Hi, all my followers on Instagram. I'm in between rainstorms here in San Francisco area, enjoying the children, parents, everyone's happy. I don't know. I've never seen the country in such turmoil in my entire career of following the news, and as an American, I don't know who to blame. The communist left, the greedy right. There's so many stories that are perturbing. There's almost nowhere to settle. What am I supposed to do, settle on Santa Claus? Merry Christmas, everybody. Good cheer to everyone. I don't know which country we're liable to invade next. Which will come first? Let's see, is it Venezuela or Greenland? I've lost track. I can understand why he wants to invade and take over Greenland. There's no one there to resist, and it's rich in trillions of dollars of resources. Why not? Go ahead, take it. After all, what is Denmark going to do about it? Fire some brie at us? Now, it is closer. Greenland is closer to the North American continent than it is to Greenland, and Greenland did conquer it, I think, in the 1700s by means of force. So, might makes right. I mean, what the hell is new in the world? It's always been the mighty who win. You know any weak countries that ever won a war? I was watching a show on archaeology the other day, and I saw that humans had inhabited North America as far back in Mexico as 12,000 years ago. And then, lo and behold, another discovery was made which showed that the people in what is now known as Mexico were there for 30,000 years. So before you look down upon those being deported, you better watch out. You better not shout. You better not cry, because Santa's liable to hear you. Jingle bells, everybody. I don't know what to make of this world anymore. It's not that I've lost control over the narrative. What is the narrative? Can anyone listening to this tell me what the narrative is in America today? You've got the communist left, sick, degenerate, perverts, always on the side of wrong, anti-American, anti-family, anti-church, you name it. And they want to seize the country from the current leadership, which is certainly far from perfect. Let me leave it at that. I am not a fan of this particular leadership at this time. I see extraordinary greed, self-dealing, and other worrisome, let us say, trends that disturb the hell out of me. And remember, I'm the father of Borders, Language, and Culture. I'm not looking for a halo. I'm not looking for a badge. I'm not looking for an award. But whatever you do, don't accuse me of not being patriotic. I just can't take this anymore. There's nothing to latch on to in this country that's salvageable other than what's not in the country, which is heaven above and he who rules over all of us, for those of you who believe as I do. There's a divine creator, I believe. I can't prove it. But as the great Frankie Lane song goes, every time I hear a newborn baby cry, I know why, I believe. So we have to protect our babies from the predators. And on the scale of who's protecting our babies, the Trump administration wins. The degenerate left would turn them all into Jeffrey Epstein victims. I'm glad he's dead, I'll tell you that. If possible, I'd like to see him taken back from the dead and assassinated again. Commit suicide again, or whatever. These pictures that are being released of him with the children, they're so disturbing. Now look, I'm a sexual libertarian. I've said this for 25 years. But I always said, the line is our children. Anyone who crosses that line and touches a child should have their genitals cut off and be fed to the rats in a sewer. I would say Jeffrey Epstein meets that qualification. And thank God he was off, or he offed himself, whatever the case may be. He was one of the lowest forms of humanity. Of course, all the rich and famous knew him. All the rich and famous wanted to be with him. All the rich and famous wanted to be around him at the time. Now no one wants to know him at all. No one knew him. They're all seen in pictures with him. I didn't know him. I didn't touch him. I didn't see him. I was walking by. Someone snapped a picture. I never saw him. Although I'm in the house with young girls, I wasn't really there. It wasn't photoshopped exactly, but don't blame me, blame them. Oh boy. Where has all the dignity gone? Who is dignified in America? Can anyone tell me where the dignity lies? It's not in the political class. It's not in the entertainment class. It's not in the media class. Where? I'm asking you, if you were a child, show me who the child should look up to in this country. The scoutmaster? I mean, I was a Boy Scout, but that's when the men were leaders of boys. And we went from Boy Scouts to Toy Scouts not too soon thereafter, where the LGBTQ crowd took over the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, your scouts, my scouts, their scouts. Okay, so where do you turn? Who are you looking to as a role model? I see the dogs. The dogs. Dog shows, dogs in carriages, going to the dogs. Women pushing carriages with babies, the white women, that is. The immigrants all are towing 4 to 5 dependents because they're dependents upon us and our charity, which is why we're going broke and you couldn't get into an emergency room if you tried. Now, the fastest way into an emergency room is to sneak over the border and then, well, you can't sneak in anymore. The border is sealed shut, thank God. But I guess you could claim you're an illegal alien and change your name, then you might get an immediate gold-plated care in an emergency room. But if you're paying in the 90% tax bracket, don't even try to go to an ER room.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's it. That's my holiday cheer for the day. I was tweeting earlier this morning. People got mad at me when I posted a picture of Erica Kirk as a contestant in a Miss America contest. She looked great. What a great body, I got to tell you. But there's a lot of controversy about her right now, which I wasn't aware of. Look, I wasn't a follower of Charlie Kirk, I'll be honest with you. I'm not into the Charlie Kirk worship. You know, to me, it was just another organization run by a very smart organizer. And he was doing great. Someone offed him. I don't know who. They say they got the guy. What do I know? I'm not involved. But now you have a grieving widow who has not been seen with the children. Instead, she's, I don't know, Tammy Faye Baker type all of a sudden on stage, running for office. What is she going to be, a vice presidential candidate who's our VP? I don't even know his name. He doesn't stand a chance in hell of winning. I don't care what you think of me. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying vote for Newsom. I'm not voting for Newsom. Give me a Republican to vote for, though. And I'm not voting for the vice president, whatever his name. I can't remember his name, first of all. Vance. I know he's a good guy. I know I should like him. I know I'm supposed to love him. I don't think he's electable. He's not electable for a myriad of reasons. And they picked him specifically that he couldn't be elected. Incidentally, I said that then. He was the worst possible choice to be the vice president because we knew he'd be the heir apparent for when Trump has to leave. And they knew he couldn't win. And I heard rumors as to who picked him and why. I'm not going to say it here because I'll make even more enemies, and I don't want to do that. I'm too old for more enemies. You know, the truth has a certain ring to it. It also has a certain price to it. We're living in very dangerous times where the truth is hard to find and harder still to repeat for fear of repercussions, if you get the drift. But there's a lot of grift going on in this country right now, unlike any I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen such self-dealing as I'm seeing it before my eyes. The crypto crooks in the administration are getting me sick. It's just getting me sick. I mean, you're supposed to divest yourself of all investments that you might have some influence over while you're in office. And one of them, I forget who, I mean, there's so many of them with crypto. One of them was forbidden from passing on his crypto holdings to his children. So he got around the law by passing them on to his grandchild. And I'm supposed to say, great, he's smart? No, he's not smart. He's violating the spirit of the law, and I'm getting sick of it. I have nothing to hang my hat on with regard to truth, honor, integrity in this government. I'm sick of it. And yet they're the only thing we've got between us and the hordes of barbarians that were coming in under Biden, and of course the hordes of degenerates who tried to destroy our children. So we're stuck between a rock and a proverbial perverted place. Well, that's it for now. I'm watching all the people eat in between the rainstorms here. We got what's known as we have a name for it. Everything with weather now has a name for it. Here in San Francisco, we're getting hit with the Pineapple Express. I myself don't like pineapple, particularly on pizza. I don't know who invented that combination, but they should be sent to cooking hell. The Pineapple Express is a storm, a powerful rain front coming in from Hawaii, filled with water. I don't mind the rain, the ground needed it. First we heard we had a drought. Drought. Now we're swimming in water, about to get hit with a Pineapple Express, which will flood the streets. And the same people who are screaming about the drought caused by climate change are going to scream that the flooded streets are an example of climate change. So you're going to trust the science? Yeah, I trust science. I grew up in science. I revered scientists. I killed myself to get 3 higher degrees that meant something. I published my graduate work in legitimate publications when it mattered. So I respected science because I thought in a world of bullshit, which of course it's always been, I thought that scientists would at least try to arrive at the truth without bias, and most of them did, until something happened in America, and then most of them didn't. And that's why America is going to the dogs. No, let's see, here's a carriage coming. I'm going to dare look into it. I don't want to embarrass the woman. I'm not going to show. I pray to God it's a baby, not a dog. I'm just going to look. Let's see, I'll go this way. Oh, thank God it's an infant. That was close. Thank God there was an infant in an actual carriage with a young white woman. I got frightened for a minute. I thought it was going to be another mutt. Okay, well, here we are, jingle bells. You buy presents for people for Christmas. It's not that I'm a Grinch. I was never into the giving of stuff because everyone gives it back or gives it away to their workers. I don't know what to get people. They know not to expect anything from me. I might send, I don't know what to send anybody. No one reads books anymore, so nobody wants a book. I gave a book to someone who I thought might appreciate it, one of my books the other day. He really appreciated it, but he's from the Vietnam generation. So he appreciated my book. But most people don't read anymore, unless it's got some tinsel on it and it makes noise and shakes and stuff. Nobody really wants a book. It's not a video on TikTok. What good is a book? You actually have to put your mind to it. TikTok, you don't have to do anything. You sit back and you just watch someone doing something. A book requires an investment of mental energy. So people don't want to do that. Who's this singing now? Is that Dino? Dino, dead 50 years and his songs are still playing. Now that's called art. He's allowed to be played. There's no sexism, racism, homophobia in Dean Martin. Who's been expunged from our country? Dino's still around. I always liked Dean Martin, the barber. Where was he from, Ohio? Imagine that guy, what he rose from. What tragedy in his life. His heart was broken when his son crashed in that Air Force jet. That was the end of Dean Martin's chi energy. It left him and he died soon thereafter. He was a broken man. Raised beautiful family. Then the son dies in a crash in the U.S. Air Force in a California mountain, crashes into a mountain. Strangely enough, just thinking back, Frank Sinatra's mother died in a private plane crash into the San Gabriels as well. I mean, there's no relationship, I'm sure. But I remember those days. It was like very odd. How could a man as powerful as Frank Sinatra have a mom who died in a plane crash in a private jet? No one asked questions about it then. And I'm not asking any questions about it now, you'll understand. Okay? I'm just thinking back. Okay, well, what's all the waves on the right side? Is that a good thing on Instagram? I don't even know how this works. I went live. I have no idea what wave means. Is wave a good thing? Is that like a subscribe thing? It's going to really change my life when I go to heaven. When the time comes that I go to the next world, all the waves and the likes are going to help me, right? Can you help me? Oh, look at that beautiful poodle. Now there is something to behold. I'm going to just share the poodle with you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Look at. Hi, poodle. Can I say hello to your poodle on Instagram? I had one for years, but he's since died. That's the most beautiful poodle I've ever. What a color!
Thank you.
Oh, that's called a what? What color?
Red.
Just red? Wow. Mine was a little toy one, around 12 pounds. I had them for 17 years. Do they get smarter as they get bigger?
They get calmer.
Mine was small and so smart. All right, enjoy that animal. Enjoy that being. Sorry, I don't want to call him an animal.
We're all animals.
Well, that was a beautiful poodle. I mean, I love coming out, seeing strangers, and spreading good cheer to strangers. You know, it's a nice thing to do. Go out and say to yourself, I'm going to kind of go out of my way, extend myself to one person today as I go to the supermarket. Just a clerk. Say something nice. If every one of us could say one nice thing to a stranger, we could change the world. You realize that? It's a very profound. Of course, I'm not the first one to come up with it. Well, I'm signing off now. What happened to the waves? I had a lot of waves when I was talking about conspiracies. The waves disappeared. Okay. Listen, I know what sells in the media, and it's sickening. Conspiracy theories sell the biggest. Hating Jews, very big right now. That's on the hit parade. Ask Candace Owens. She made a living out of that one. Just hit a Jew for Jesus, man. That's a good one today. Bash a Jew for Jesus. That'll get Candy very far. Or that other little prick, that little fake Nazi, Nicky boy. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes with the world looking at him. They know what he is, that faking prick. So, a couple of things sell. Let's see. Conspiracies, big, top on the list. Hating Jews and blaming them for all the problems in the world, particularly for the losers of the world who are jealous of anyone who's more successful than them and blame it on the fill in the blank. Let's see, Jews, immigrants, you name it. There's always somebody to blame. The day you stop blaming someone, you'll find out when you look in the mirror, you may be the problem. But you're also the solution. When you're on the bottom, there's always a top. And when you're on the top, there's always a bottom. And on that note, I'm going to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Michael Savage. Visit me online at A Savage Nation on Twitter. I really like my YouTube channel. I have hundreds of videos, cooking and other things, politics. It's a great outlet for me to be able to speak with you. I even like you on Instagram. I mean, 100,000 people isn't that small a following for someone who doesn't show their bodily parts. Not that I have much to show at this point in my life, but the thing is that all we can do on Instagram is show our abs or smash our Ferrari into a tunnel to get attention and then say we really didn't die? I look at car shows. They have like 2 million followers. A guy who does a thing on cars. A guy cooks like bad Italian food where every dish has butter and salt and dairy in it. Not Italian food. It's not Italian food. It's American Italian food. 1.5 million viewers because he speaks bad English. And I'm gonna make the eggplant now. Look how